Hi everyone, I'm Mia. I'm from India and I live in the United States now.
And I'm Sam. I'm from France and I also live in the United States.
Welcome to What's English For, our English listening podcast.
In this show, we talk about our home countries, our traditions, and our culture shocks, all in slow, clear English.
Yes, this is comprehensible input for A2 to B1 learners. So if you understand most things but not everything, that's perfect. You're in the right place.
Today, we want to start with a simple question. What is daily life like in our home countries?
So in this episode, we will talk about a normal day in France and a normal day in India.
We will not talk about the United States today. We will talk about home.
All right, let's start with France. I have a question for you, Sam. Sam, can you describe a normal day in France? Not a crazy holiday, not a special party, just a simple weekday for many people.
Yes, I can. I will describe a typical day for a person who works or studies in France. In France, many people wake up between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning. Of course, it depends, but 7 o'clock is very common. The first thing many people do is go to the bathroom, wash their face, maybe take a quick shower. Then they go to the kitchen. For many French people, coffee is very important. No coffee, no life.
So, if I visit France and they say, I don't drink coffee, do they arrest me?
Maybe not arrest you, but they will look at you with a lot of questions. For breakfast, we usually eat something simple. A piece of baguette with butter and jam, or maybe a croissant if we feel a little bit fancy. It's not a big, heavy breakfast. Many people eat quickly and leave. After that, people get dressed, take their bag, and leave the house. In big cities, many people take the metro, the bus, or the tram. In smaller towns, people often use a car. Most jobs start around 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So people arrive at work, say bonjour to their colleagues, and start their tasks. In the morning, they work, maybe have a short coffee break, and continue until 12 o'clock or 12:30. Lunchtime is important in France. Between 12 and 2 p.m., people usually stop and sit down to eat. Some eat in a company restaurant, some in a small bistro, some eat a sandwich or food from home. But most people try to eat sitting at a table, not walking in the street.
Yes, I noticed that. In some countries, people eat lunch standing, running, half screaming on the phone. In France, everyone disappears at lunchtime. Like, where is everybody? Oh, they're eating, don't touch them.
Exactly. If you disturb a French person during lunch, you take a big risk. After lunch, people go back to work. The afternoon is often a bit slower. People are a little sleepy, but they continue. Emails, meetings, phone calls, until about 5 o'clock, 5:30, or 6 o'clock p.m. Then they go home. In the evening, many French people cook dinner at home. Dinner is often around 7:30, 8, or 8:30 p.m. Dinner can be simple: pasta, salad, soup, or meat with vegetables. Some families eat together every night, others only a few times a week. But for many people, dinner is the moment to sit together and talk. After dinner, people relax. They watch TV, watch a series, play games, or read. Around 11 p.m., many people go to bed. So, a typical French day is wake up, small breakfast and coffee, work or school, a real lunch break, more work, then dinner and relaxing in the evening.
So basically, work, eat, talk, repeat?
Yes, work, eat, talk, complain a little, and repeat.
I like it. Very French.
Thank you, Sam. Thank me. Now it's your turn, Mia. Mia, can you describe a normal day in India? Again, not a festival, not a wedding, just a normal weekday for many people where you're from.
Yes, I can. India is very big, so life is different in every place. But I will describe a typical day in a city in the south of India, where I'm from. In my city, many people wake up early, around 6 or 6:30, some even earlier. The first thing many people do is wash, and some people do a short prayer at home, in front of a small shrine or picture. Then we go to the kitchen. In the morning, we often drink chai, Indian tea with milk, sugar, and spices. The smell of chai in the morning is one of my favorite things.
Yes, Indian chai is very dangerous. You drink 1 cup and then suddenly you want 10 more.
Exactly, it's addictive. For breakfast, we have many options. In the south, people often eat idli, dosa, or other dishes with rice or lentils. Sometimes people eat bread, eggs, or something simple if they have less time. After breakfast, people get ready, take their bags, and go to work or school. The traffic can be very busy. There are cars, bikes, scooters, buses, and sometimes cows who don't care about traffic rules at all.
Yes, I love that. Everyone is stressed in traffic, and the cow is like, I am the boss here.
That's true. People arrive at work around 9 or 10 a.m., depending on the job. Some work in offices, especially in IT or call centers. Others work in shops, markets, schools, or many other places. During the morning, people work, and of course, they often drink more chai. Tea breaks are a very important part of Indian culture. Around 1 or 2 p.m., it's time for lunch. Some people eat in a canteen at work. Others bring food from home in small metal boxes called tiffins. Inside, there is rice, vegetable curry, maybe some dal, lentils, and chapati or other bread. After lunch, people go back to work. In some cities, the afternoon can be very hot, so people move a bit slower, but they continue. Many offices finish around 5:30, 6, or sometimes later. In the evening, the city feels different. The air is a little cooler and the streets are more alive. Some people go home directly. They eat dinner with their family. Dinner can be rice with curry, chapati with vegetables, or many other dishes. In many homes, people sit together on the floor or at the table, eat and talk about their day. Other people go out. They buy snacks from street food stalls like chaat, samosas, dosa, or many other things. The smell of spices in the evening is everywhere.
Yes, and if you go out with friends, you come back smelling like everything on the menu.
Yes, that's true. You don't just eat the food also eats you. Later at night, people watch TV, talk with family, scroll on their phones, or finish some work or homework. In many neighborhoods, there is always some noise. Dogs, horns, voices, music. It's not always quiet, but it feels very alive. So a typical day in my part of India is wake up early, chai and breakfast, busy work or school, lunch with rice and curry, evening with family, street life, and a lot of sounds, colors, and spices.
I like that description. France is more like coffee, bread, silence at lunch. And India is chai, curry, and the city never sleeps.
Yes, both are good, just very different flavors.
That's a good sentence, Mia. different flavors. Because when I first visited India, I had a lot of culture shock.
Oh, I want to hear this. Tell me everything.
Okay, the first big shock for me was the noise. In my city in France, many streets are quiet, especially at night. But in India, I heard car horns, people talking, dogs barking, sometimes music, sometimes fireworks, all in the same hour. At first I thought, how can people live like this? It felt too much for me. But after some days, I started to feel that this noise is also a sign of life. It means the city is alive.
Yes, it's not just noise. It's like energy.
Exactly. The second shock was the traffic. Cars, buses, scooters, bikes, rickshaws, people crossing everywhere. And then a cow walking slowly in the middle of the road. Everyone is moving fast, but the cow is very calm. It doesn't care. It just walks.
Yes, the cow is the real boss. It has natural VIP status.
Yes, the cow is VIP. At first, it was scary for me. I thought there would be many accidents. But somehow, everyone moves around each other. It's chaotic, but it works. The third shock was the smell of spices. Near street food stalls, I could smell chili, garlic, ginger, cardamom, cumin. Sometimes it was wonderful. Sometimes it was very strong for me, but it was always interesting. And the last shock was how late people can eat. In some families, dinner is at 9 or 10 p.m. People still talk, laugh, and drink chai late at night. In France, after 10 p.m., I usually start to die slowly.
Yes, in India, 10 p.m. can be the middle of social time, not the end.
So my culture shocks in India were the noise, the traffic with cows, the strong spices, and the very late evenings. At first, it was difficult, but now I think these things also make India very special. Okay, now it's your turn. What about your culture shocks when you first visited France?
I had a few big ones too. The first shock was how quiet some streets are, especially on Sunday. In some French towns, on Sunday afternoon, it feels like the whole city is sleeping. Many shops are closed, there are not many cars, and not many people outside. I remember walking in the street and thinking, did something happen? Is there an emergency? Where is everybody?
Yes, Sunday in France can feel like a national nap.
Exactly. The second shock was the bread. I knew French people like bread, but I didn't know it was almost a religion. People buy fresh bread almost every day. They talk about which bakery is the best, which baguette is perfect, how crispy it should be, how soft it should be inside. If you say, I don't really like bread, people look at you like you just said you don't like air.
Yes, if you want to start a fight in France, you can say, your favorite bakery is not very good.
I will not do that for my own safety. The third shock was how long some dinners are. In India, we also have long meals, especially for weddings or big celebrations. But in France, even a normal dinner can have many courses. Maybe a starter, then a main dish, then cheese, then dessert, then coffee, and a lot of conversation. For me, it was very nice, but also very new. I had to learn not to eat too much at the beginning, because there is always more food coming.
Yes, rule number 1, never give 100% of your stomach to the starter.
So my culture shocks in France were silent Sundays, serious bread, and very long dinners.
So France and India are very different.
Yes, different rhythms, different sounds, different food, different weekends.
But in the end, people in both countries want similar things: good food, time with family, time with friends, and a bit of peace in their lives.
Exactly. The details are different, but the heart is similar.
So that's all for today's episode.
We talked about daily life, culture shocks, and why bread and chai are so important.
If you understood most of this, you did a great job.
You can listen again or read the transcript to check new words.
Thank you for listening to What's English For?
See you in the next episode.
Bye.